How great is this? It's a top day trade day. Joining us now, Alan Neckman, the Chief Market Strategist at St. Paul Research, and Phil Flynn with Price Futures Group and a Fox Business Network contributor. We are off and running with round number one, inflation equation. The word du jour is about inflation spiking. Are you concerned, or are these just crocodile tears?
If you look at the market, the stock market's not scared. The VIX is hanging around this 20 level, so we've come down a long, long ways. That's very, very positive for stocks. Inflation right now is at 1.5%. They've been targeting 2%. We can't even get 2%. So no, and if we get an inflationary environment, that's positive for a lot of assets because the dollar will go down, and that'll boost a lot of prices.
Yeah, the only problem with that, I think Ellen's right in a lot of things. The only problem is you're going to see inflation in your own pocketbook. You know, what we're seeing right now, the increasing cost of commodities and foods is going to hit you in the pocketbook. We're seeing sharp price increases in the price of gasoline. We've gone up 7 weeks in a row, and that's probably going to continue into summer. You know, this Texas power outage situation is causing a real squeeze on supplies, and I'm afraid we're going to be paying for that for a long time. So big term, maybe inflation is a problem, but for me, inflation might be a problem.
Round number two, cycle up. Analysts say the commodities comeback in copper and oil is the fifth super cycle. What commodity do you think is next in this reflation rally?
You know, I think, some of the ones, let's talk about some of the ones that have gone, copper, milk, lumber. Has anybody looked at lumber? It's through the stratosphere. I think it's the grain market. I mean, the grains have had an incredible run. They paused after the last USDA report that showed that supplies are a little bit more ample than we thought. But I think this thing is far from over. We have the tightest global grain stocks that we've seen in many, many years, and the demand is going through the roof. If you look at what we've seen from China and India, they're importing record amounts of grain. We don't see that happening anytime soon. Right now in the global grain market, there is no room for error. We need a bumper crop in the United States this season, to loosen up supplies. And if that doesn't happen, we could have sharply higher prices for food.
That's always a wild card, especially for the growing markets. But the commodity I like is platinum. Platinum's rallied from 600 to 1,200. It was at 2,000 in 2009. So let's remember there's a lot more upside. And I also like gold from a risk-reward standpoint. Commodities are coming back. We had 12 years of down, which usually means 12 years of up if you look at the cycles.
And if you're watching in Europe, he said palladium. Okay, that's how they say it over there. I don't know why.
Round number three, 2020 Pop Watch. On the average, managers returned 170% to investors last year with those returns. But what stock would you click now from the list that includes GameStop, Roku, Snap, PayPal, and Twitter?
I do like his DraftKings play. He had a great year, but that's an example. You can make money in any conditions. The condition I like right now is Apple's 10% off. That's a go-to every time it backs up, profit-taking pullback. It's been a buy.
I think when you talk about that, I like PayPal right now. PayPal's getting into the cryptocurrency space. They're making some really innovation things happen. This is one I've liked. I think I've mentioned on the floor before. I like it even more now.
Baby, it's cold outside. Here's your bonus round question for today. We picked some winter tickers for you. Can you tell the one that I made up? Will it be cold, snow, ice, or frost?
I know ice is real.
F-R-O-S-T. That seems like too many. That's 5. I don't know.
I would say cold. That's cold, I know.
The answer is frost. We have a winner chicken dinner. Great job, Ellen. Thanks so much, guys, for being on our show. Business First AM continues right after this.